We've lived in our new construction home for 8 months now, and while we're very fortunate to have a nice new construction house, every wall in this place is still alabaster white, and it's time to change that. We're gonna be redoing our fireplace mantle, and we reached out to a contractor for that, Kitchen Mart here in Sacramento, California, and today we're lucky enough to be joined by the owner of that company, Dave Hollers. Dave, how's it going?
Good, Max. Thanks for having me over, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming. So let's talk about this project. Right before we get into the details of our specific project, let's let Dave here introduce himself and Kitchen Mart.
Hey guys, Dave Hollers with Kitchen Mart here in Sacramento. We are a kitchen and bathroom remodeling company, and we also do a lot of stone and tile surfaces. And a couple of weeks ago, Max and his wife reached out to me, wanted some ideas for what they could do with their big fireplace. And got one of my designers involved, and we came up with a cool design. They liked it, and we've got some materials picked out. I want to show you guys what this is all about. A 12 by 24 black marble ceramic tile. That's gonna go from the fireplace mantle up to the ceiling. We've got 14-foot ceilings here to work with, so we've got a lot of space to work with. At the mantle height, we're gonna do a black oak mantle that'll go the full width, and it matches the rest of their very, very nice furniture. And then on the bottom side of the fireplace, we're doing a split face marble. It's gonna look stunning from the bottom side down to the floor, up to the mantle in black oak, and then the smooth tile going all the way up. And we're wrapping the corners with it, big screen TV, custom speaker in the middle. It's gonna be an amazing fireplace.
We are really excited. This is gonna be fun, and it's gonna transform this room and hopefully inform us of what our next remodeling steps are gonna be. We reached out to Kitchen Mart because as a DIYer, I think I know when I've met my match with a project, and I don't want to do something and have bad results or even potentially dangerous results. What's the right time for somebody DIYing to consider, this is out of my league, let me go to a pro?
That's a great question, Max. Installing big, heavy tiles on a 14-foot ceiling, or up to a 14-foot ceiling, I think should be a red flag for most people. And the special cuts that are required in the tooling that's required. A lot of stuff that we do around our houses is DIY stuff that you got a chop saw and a nail gun and you can go to Home Depot and get. But tile installations, countertop installations, cabinet installations, wiring, certainly anything wiring and plumbing in your house should be left to the professionals. Sometimes codes are involved, building permits are involved, and even though your heart's in the right place and your wallet's in the right place when you're trying to save some money, there's certain things we should do and there's certain things we shouldn't do. And saving money by not pulling a permit or doing something that's out of your comfort zone because you saw it on what I like to call YouTube University.
Yeah.
Just because you saw it there doesn't mean you really should tackle it.
When people are looking for a contractor for this type of job or any job, what are some good ways to find contractors and what are some red flags to look out for?
Also, another really good question and kind of a hot topic right now. There's Facebook Marketplace and there's a lot of online search engines where you can find contractors. The local home shows are a good place to search. Even a Google search for contractors. Look for somebody that's been in business for a long time. Read their reviews. Their reviews, you know, that's kind of a template into or a look into behind the curtains of behind the scenes of a company. Somebody's been around for a long time. Look up their contractor's license number. See if they've had any complaints against their contractor's license. Also, you can, by looking at their license, you can see if that license belongs to them. There's a lot of contractors that claim to be licensed. They throw a 6-digit code next to their business name and claim that they're licensed, and they're not licensed. So it's important to do to search for a licensed contractor. Another really good way is ask your friends and family. A lot of friends and family. Some of the best contractors are found through the referral network, and that network is your friends and your family and your coworkers. A lot of 75% of Kitchen Mart's business comes from referrals and repeat business, people that have worked with us in the past, and we just take care of them.
Gotcha.
There are some other organizations. NARI is a good organization, the National Association of Remodelers. They've got a good website, nari.org. You can find good contractors there. They're vetted contractors. They're a bunch of contractors that have taken the oath to do quality work and customer service. It's a national organization that not a lot of people know about.
Getting ready for this project, we've got the fireplace here. We just talked about the mantle that's going to get replaced. The TV mount on the wall that you guys had a great idea to tile around so we can keep that right in place. The question that I had was, these heavy stones here that are going up basically all around here, and then these 12 by 24 tiles that are gonna go the rest of the way up to the, see, I don't even know what I'm doing, rest of the way up to the ceiling.
Yeah.
These are gonna end up weighing thousands of pounds, and they're just gonna go on the drywall here? Mm-hmm. Can you tell me about that a little bit?
Yeah, it's a lick and stick program that we use. Just kidding. Just kidding. We're going to use a high strength thin-set product that is for wall surfaces. That's a great question. A lot of people ask it. What's holding my tile to my shower wall, or what's holding this tile going all the way up the ceiling? And it's going to be that thin set, and it's an adhesive-based thin set. I have zero reservations about doing this on a 14-foot ceiling.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really excited. And then it's going to go, so people might be wondering if they have a fireplace at home too. So this stone goes around the fireplace, and, and this thin set stuff doesn't have any issue with the heat or anything like that.
Great question. It won't have any problem with the heat. And because we're using a real stone around the fireplace as opposed to like an engineered stone, or some people will use a wooden floor, faux kind of wooden floor product that is looks nice, looks hard, looks like it should be heat resistant, but it's not. The materials that we've chosen for your place is perfect for a fireplace surround.
That's probably another good reason to work with a professional too, so I don't put something up there that's going to combust or fall off when it gets hot, or expand and crack into pieces or something
That's a
like
good
that.
point, Max. I mean, you know, you're pushing a shopping cart through Home Depot and you're reading the back of a box and say, hey, this looks like it should work. You really should, you know, talk to a professional that does this.
It's like you watch me in Home Depot. It's like you know my the way I do business.
I'm a shopper at Home Depot too. I always say someday when I retire, I'll probably get a part-time job at Home Depot because I like people and I know products.
That's a great reason to do it. So we have a 2-year-old toddler who runs around this place. A lot of work's going to be going on. Yeah. What are some considerations for people with little ones and pets when they have a contractor coming in?
Man, Max, you are packed with good questions. You got to make sure that the place is clean, and I'm not putting that on you. I'm putting that on the contractor. We make a big emphasis on making sure the job site is clean and safe for everybody, and especially if there's toddlers in the house. So the obvious stuff like picking up the cords, rolling up the cords, putting the tools away, not just making a pile of tools at the end of the day. If there's a toddler in the house, the tools need to go. They need to go back in the truck, the van. Maybe the homeowner says, hey, you're welcome to use my garage. But, you know, I mean, she wants to get into everything. So we're taking everything out of the house at the end of the day. Nothing laying around, no wet spots on the floor. It's got to be safe.
Got to be safe. Yeah. That's number one, right?
100%.
With these projects too. And that's something that I'm thinking when you see me in the garage doing something, putting up overhead cabinets. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, is this going to fall on my head or on my car, or on, if the baby gets her hands in the wrong place, is that going to somehow be catastrophic? So you always have to think about that stuff, safety first, especially with the families running around. So I appreciate that you guys took the time. And in the preparation too, I think it's a big green flag to see that Kitchen Mart came in and put on this flooring to protect the floor, covered up everything, put on, what do you call this wood that goes on here?
Decking.
Decking?
Yeah.
Put on this decking that covers up our existing cabinetry.
These are beautiful existing cabinets, and we don't want any damage on there.
I'm going to cut it right there. You guys have been watching that time lapse, and I'm super excited for you to see the final product. We're going to wrap it up with Dave here today on the before section of the video, and we're going to catch up with you guys on the after for the big reveal. Dave, will you be joining us next week for the reveal?
I can't wait. We'll be here for a few days doing the tile work. I can't wait to do the reveal with you guys.
And we're going to show you all the cool stuff here in a second. Actually, you know, it's going to be funny because of the power of video editing. Here's how we're going to do transition to the after. You ready?
Yep.
That's it. We're back. That's the fireplace done back there. You've been watching it on the time lapse. You're seeing some of the close-ups right now, and we're back with Dave. How do you think it turned out?
Thanks, Max. We had CAD drawings to look at prior to starting that you guys approved, and the CAD drawings were amazing. Everybody was excited. But to see it in person, it's amazing. And I'm so glad you guys are happy.
We're really happy, and you can't really experience a project of this scale unless you're standing here in person with the tall ceilings. And each of those tiles on the top there is 12 by 24, and there's 100 of them up there, and it's just crazy to see this thing come to life, finally be done. It is blown away our expectations. It's really fantastic. We couldn't be happier. You guys were really professional while they were here, kept everything clean, good communication, all those things we were talking about finding a good contractor, I'd say nailed it.
Yeah. Successful projects always start with a really good customer. So we had good customers to work with that made great selections. And that makes it easy for us to perform. But yeah, I hope this comes out, the scale. I hope you guys can see the scale of this thing, because it's a monster. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and if you are in the Sacramento, greater Sacramento area, you can reach out to Dave at Kitchen Mart to go get your project done. This is not a sponsored video. Dave's just a friend of the channel up here in the area, and we're really happy to have worked with him on this one. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, not everything is something that you want to do yourself. Sometimes it's better to reach out to a trusted contractor and get it done professionally, because now we have this thing in our house, increasing our home value, investing in our future with this home for the rest of our lives. And we really couldn't be happier. So thanks for checking this one out. Links down below for Dave's company and everything like that, and all the other good stuff down below. Check it out for more information. You got anything else to add, Dave?
No, thanks, Max.
Cool, thank you very much.
Pleasure, man.
Yeah, we look forward to talking to you soon in the next video. So for now, that's it.